क्या बोले?
उसे कम करने का वो इसको आप ऑफ कर दीजिए, ऑफ कर दीजिए, इसको ऑफ कर दीजिए। ये क्या है?
मत करो मत करो।
नहीं, क्या है ये? इसको डिस्टर्ब नहीं होगा क्या कुछ? नहीं तो
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from the Golden Jubilee Stadium, UPA. It's match day 5 of the Arunachal League, and we have a very exciting clash upcoming. We have SIANG Warriors FC.
A long history of football. And this is going to be one which will be remembered for some time to come, I'm sure.
Well, it's SIANG Warriors FC representing the Siang Valley, and on the other hand, Capital Complex will be representing the pride of the state's center, which is Capital Complex region and Papumpare. Well, players with the greetings before the match kicks off. We have SIANG Warriors in maroon and white, and Capital Complex in blue and white. Well, both the teams, as suggested by my colleague, have won their first matches. SIANG Warriors FC were up against United Kurung in their previous match.
And Capital Complex FC won against Monil FC with a convincing 4-2 scoreline. And as mentioned before, these two are possibly two of the strongest teams in the competition. Every possibility that they might end up in the top of the table by the end of the playoffs. Of course, that is just speculation at this point, not necessarily the fact, because quite a lot of football yet to be played, a lot of matches. It's at this point, it's an open season really for any team.
Well, here's the central referee for today, Sangam Kayang. Done with the toss. And now one final photo before the match kicks off.
Match referee Sangam Kayam has been very strict with his calls in all the matches that he has officiated so far. Absolutely down the line with his calls and decisions. Teams are just getting their last photo ops done right before the game begins. And as mentioned again, that's Capital Complex FC donning blue and white, and that's SIANG Warriors wearing maroon and white. Let's go quickly through the team lineup for Siang. The starting 11 is Laishram Julian Singh, the goalkeeper, Hanutari, Neymar Pajing, Kamin Jamo, Jestibor Maulong, Meban Lam Wanti Masharing, Denzil Kharshandi, Geni Tayeng, Lentempanyang, Joseph Yorpen, and Karung Tayeng.
And for Capital Complex, the starting lineup is as follows. It's Jagom Loi between the goals, Akash Kino, Hage Sarbo, Damli Bomnio, Rahul Singfo, Olik Taeng, Momik Ado, Tapu, Techitra Tatra, the captain, Takio Tadap, and Jenko Gadi. Well, going into this match, both the teams have 3 points in their bag already, and both the teams will be looking to get the 3 points from this match as well and cement their place at the top of the league table.
Capital Complex onto the left side of your screen, left side of the pitch rather. Siang Warriors on the right.
Well, Sangam Kayang takes a final look at his watch, and then here we are underway at the Golden Jubilee Stadium. It's Capital Complex versus Siang Warriors. Well, the starting lineup for Siang Warriors is pretty much the same, except for one change. We have Geni Tayang, who has come in place of Khoda Takap, and on the other hand, for Capital Complex, both the goal scorer Dorji Sewang and Vivek Gurung are on the bench, and in their place we have Damli Bomnio and Momik Ado starting in the playing 11 for Capital.
Nudged the ball along on the left flank. Good ball in by the left winger, but hits the side of the net in that instance. No trouble for the goalkeeper from Siang Warriors, Laishram Julian Singh. Any predictions for this match, Ali?
Well, both the sides are formidable, as we have already mentioned, and in their previous games, both the teams have put up a very exciting performance. So it'll be interesting to see how both these teams flare up against each other. Meanwhile, it's Capital Complex with the attack. Stao Tapu, the right back.
Sarbo with a long ball in the D box. Safely intercepted by the Siang Warriors defense. They lose possession again. Back with Capital Complex. Good sunny day for a football match. Starting off into the 4th minute of the game so far. The scoreline is 0-0 for both Siang Warriors and Capital Complex. But again, considering the caliber of these two teams, I'm sure we'll see some goals shortly. Good run there from the right flank by Capital Complex, but that just fizzled out. Ball goes out for a throw-in for Siang Warriors.
Capital Complex, rather.
Apologies. Sarbo, number 5, still trying to make something happen. Ball goes out of the play. Sarbo has been very instrumental in the build-up for any attack from the midfield, and in this instance decided to do some duties from the right flank. Very dependable.
Well, Sarbo has been the engine, the midfield engine for Capital Complex, creating all those opportunities for his forwards. Keeper Bharat on the sidelines for Capital Complex. The AFCA licensed coach from Arunachal is perhaps one of the most experienced and accomplished coaches from our state. And on the other part of the sidelines, we have Alison Kharsintiu, AFCA license as well, from Meghalaya. And this is Justibor for SIANG Warriors. Justibor is down there, and the referee says it's a free kick. It was Tautapu with the challenge there.
Justibor seems to be writhing in pain there. Match referee Sangam Kayang just making sure he's okay. Asks for the physio to come into the pitch. Match referee Sangam Kayam, as mentioned earlier, has been very much on point and fairly strict in the competition so far. Does not like too much of time being wasted on such stoppages. Nonetheless, in such instances where you genuinely have a player down, it's not much that can be done. Nonetheless, he's asking Justibor to step out of the pitch and be attended to if it's going to take any more time. In the meantime, SIANG Warriors will take that free kick.
And it's Denzel Kharsandi, the right back for SIANG Warriors, who will take it. Denzel Kharsandi from Meghalaya for SIANG Warriors goes for the second post, but Jagom Loi is there to clear it. SIANG still with the ball.
Took a crack at that, launched it into the stratosphere. Nowhere near the goalpost really to pose any kind of challenge whatsoever for the goalkeeper from Capital Complex, Jagom Loi.
Well, that was clumsy from Hage Sarbo. He tried to find Tautapu on the right side.
Ball's back with the Capital Complex goalkeeper Loi.
Takio Tadap now for Olik Tang. Back to Sarbo. Sarbo with a good ball towards the right flank for Tautapu. And here's Damli Bomnio making a run. But good defending there by the SIANG defense. Well, Damli Bomnio is another young talent to watch out for Capital Complex. Didn't get a chance to play in the previous match. However, he starts this match for Capital Complex. A left footer, Damli Bomnio, has played for Arunachal state team as well in many occasions.
Sarbo lobbed that one in intelligently, but cleared by the defender from SIANG Warriors. Quick throw in. Slow and methodical build-up. Again, ball was crossed into the D-box of SIANG Warriors, but too many maroon shirts there really to be able to do anything about that.
Well, the ball hit the referee there, Sangam Kayang, and he will restart the game.
Had a fair bit of that in this competition so far, haven't we?
Well, the referees have to be more careful about their positioning.
Long ball in, but Capital Complex defenders are on it. Pass to the right back, gives it back to Sarbo.
Jenko Gadi on the left flank. Finds his teammate Momikado, but this time Olik couldn't control it there. However, the ball is back with Capital Complex. Olik Tang. Tautapu gets it. Tautapu clears it to his teammate. Good ball inside. Rahul Singhfo was there. However, Denzel did his job well, and the ball is out for a Capital corner. Well, both the fullbacks for Capital Complex and Siang Warriors as well are attacking fullbacks. With Jenko Gadi on the left back position and Tau Tap on the right back position for Capital Complex. Both are very instrumental in orchestrating those Capital Complex attacks. And on
Quickly,
the other hand, for Siang Warriors as well, Dinjal and Justibor have been making those runs down both the flanks. And meanwhile, there was a good bicycle attempt by Rahul. However, he couldn't get the connection right.
bicycle kicks have been rather a little elusive as far as converting them into actual goals is concerned in this league so far. This is, of course, Siang Warriors versus Capital Complex, Indrajit Namchum Arunachal League 2025-26. We'll have a whole month of football, which will culminate into the final playoffs and then the semi-finals and the finals in around November.
November 8 as the day when the finale will be played. And one of the 10 teams will be lifting the silverware.
Definitely look out for these two teams, probably two of the better teams, or rather two of the best teams that we have in the competition so far, not undermining any of the other teams whatsoever. But as mentioned earlier, Siang Warriors and Capital Complex are old teams with a lot of footballing legacy behind them.
Well, Capital Complex is one of the oldest clubs in the state, established in the year 2003. So more than 2 decades of playing football and winning trophies in the state.
Good bit of trivia there by my co-commentator Nani Hali. Anytime I need any help with statistics or names, I go to him. Referee Sangam Kang again laying down the rule. Free kick for Siang Warriors, taken quickly.
For Justibor puts the ball inside. But Akash Kino was there to clear the danger, and this time cleared away by Techi Tatra, the captain. And Techi Tatra is one of the few players from our state to have played in the I-League. To be precise, he is the 4th player from our state. The first one was, of course, Gumpe Rime, who played for the likes of Hal, Silong Lajong. And then came Niamar Loi, who played for Air India. And after that, it was Teji Tatra, who played for Aizawl FC. And Teji Tatra was, in fact, the 3rd player, not the 4th, from Arunachal Pradesh. And after that, the likes of Gyamar Nikum, Kojam Beong, Pungte Lapung have followed, and now they're doing well.
Virtual encyclopedia of statistic when it comes to Arunachal football, my colleague Nani Hali. Just storehouse, really, a library of information when it comes to the footballing scene in Arunachal. He's the one you will be hearing most of the times when it comes to the background of the players. And this time it's again Capital Complex trying to make something happen from the right flank but lose possession to Siang Warriors. It's again Justibor who's going to take that throw in. Justibor tends to cover a lot of ground within the left flank, doesn't he?
Absolutely, he has been very phenomenal down the left flank for Siang Warriors in their previous game as well. Justibor from Meghalaya has played for Mohammedan Sporting Club.
Mohammedan Sporting Club, as my colleague mentioned yesterday, one of the oldest, most prestigious clubs in India.
It's Hagi Sarbo, but this time didn't get enough on it and couldn't find Jenko Gadi on the left. Cleared away by Denzel. Well, Capital Complex have been right at it from the very start. They have been dominating possession so far in this match. Well, that was clumsy there by Techi Tatra. Meban gets the ball there, but Jagom Lui, with all his experience, knew that the danger was coming, and then he came off his line and cleared the ball away.
Good call there by the goalkeeper there. Excellent sliding tackle. Denied the striker there, who came very close to possibly converting that into the first goal for SIANG Warriors.
Well, that was very sloppy there by the captain, Techi Tatra. That was very, very sloppy. But Jagom Lui there to deal with that danger. Well, Jagom Lui is one of the best goalkeepers from our state. Has been the top goalkeeper for a long time. Jagom Lui from Alo.
Again, quick corner kick taken by SIANG Warriors. Just curved that into the goal, but finds the head of the defender there.
It was a ball in by Denzel, but it was too fast for the SIANG Warriors strikers to control it. And it's out for a capital goal kick. Jagom takes it short, plays it to Akaskino. Akaskino couldn't find Jenko Gadi on that occasion, and the ball is out for a SIANG throw.
15 minutes of gameplay over so far. Scoreboard is SIANG Warriors 0, Capital Complex FC 0. Ball cleared there by the goalkeeper. Sarbo now has the ball for Capital Complex. It's a good bit of defending by SIANG Warriors so far. They have held the line, haven't given too much room for the strikers from Capital Complex to take a crack at the goal so far. This could be one in the making nonetheless. We are building up from the right flank. Back to Sarbo.
Tao Tapu back to his captain, Tatra. Dispossessed there by Akaskino. However, they get the ball back. Capital Complex keeping possession of the ball, playing the ball from left to right, looking for the opening. And here's Oleg Tain with an attempt at goal. However, the ball didn't find the target.
Goal kick for SIANG Warriors. Goes out for a throw-in. So I was saying, it's been a good sunny day for a game of football.
Perhaps this has been the sunniest in any match so far in the Arunachal League 2025 edition, because in the last couple of days the weather has been gloomy and cloudy. So today I think it has been the sunniest.
Absolutely, we would have loved for a more stronger turnout in the stadium itself, although having said that, supporters and viewers are sort of making their way to the seating area slowly.
Now this is Damli Bomnio. Webster hit the ball towards the first post, but cleared away by the SIANG defense. Techi Tatra finds Momikado on the left flank, cuts inside. Takyo Tadap now. This is Akaskino from the center back position. Puts a ball inside.
Too much pace there for the player from Capital Complex to do anything about that. Damli Bomnio that was tried to get a touch in, but goes out for a goal kick for SIANG Warriors. The possession of the ball and I think the number of attacks between the two teams have been even so far. None of it has been converted into an actual goal yet. Of course, both the teams are extremely mindful of that, and I'm sure they will be able to change. They'll be looking to change that as soon as possible.
There was a weak clearance there by Akaskino. This is Meban with the ball now. Meban.
Sarbo with a slightly rough challenge. Referee Kayang takes out his yellow card amidst protest by Sarbo, but referee Kayang says no, that's the yellow card, and that's a yellow card for Capital Complex and a free kick for SIANG Warriors very close to the D box, just outside the D box rather.
Well, that indeed was a yellow card. Well, Meban is very quick and pacey, and when he gets the ball, it's difficult for the defenders to get hold of him. And on that occasion, Sarbo had no option but to foul him, and in the process received the first yellow card of the match. Now this is
Neymar is going to take that free kick for SIANG Warriors. Is making sure all of his players are positioned exactly where he would like. It's for him to place that ball in. He just nudges it along, cleared away by the defense from Capital Complex. And it's one of those Hail Mary shots taken by the player from SIANG Warriors.
It was just Justibor who took that shot with the Hail Mary, as you said. Now this is Hage Sarbo again, and this time finds his teammate on the left flank. It's Momikado. Momikado with a good ball inside, but Justibor is there to clear it off. There was a teasing ball inside by Momikado, but just fell short of finding the teammate. Good defending there by Justibor. Justibor with a good ball now for Meban. Meban gets the ball. Meban still with the ball. Cleared it back to his teammate. Now SIANG Warriors on the break. A good ball inside. But that was a really good opportunity for Geni Tayang. Well, could have done really better there.
Geni really should have done a lot better than what he ended up doing. It was absolutely free there. No defenders from Capital Complex are on at that point. As you will see in that action replay. Nicely chipped in there. He was clear. That was probably the closest or the best opportunity that SIANG Warriors have had so far in the match. And unfortunately, they could not really make that attempt count. Another attack in the making. Again, this is Meban with the ball. Dispossessed by the defenders from Capital Complex. Now there is ball again back with SIANG Warriors.
This is Denjel. With Capital Complex, they have to check the run of Meban. Meban Lamlinthi Masharing for Meghalaya has played for Silong Lajong FC and also scored one goal in the previous game against United Kurung, and that was a banger of a goal. Meban, and in this match as well, he will be looking forward to find the back of the net. Now here's Meban again, cutting inside, gets past two players, goes for the shot, but lacked the intent there. However, there was a good run nonetheless inside.
Good strike as well, low and very close to the ground, but didn't have that power and precision he would have liked. Ball now cleared away by the captain for Capital Complex Tatra. Jostle for possession there by players of both the teams. Capital Complex gets the ball.
It's Damli Bomnio now, but lost possession cheaply there. Teji Tatra for Jenko Gadi, the fullback on the left flank. Well, Hage Sarbo with a through ball there. However, no blue shirts there to control it, and the ball is out for a SIANG goal kick. Capital Complex gets the ball back. Plays it all the way back to Jagomloi. Jagomloi, good ball there down the left flank. Capital still has the ball. Jenko Gadi. Olik Tang.
Cleared away by the defender from SIANG Warriors, but again, there wasn't really much purpose behind that. Goes out for a throw-in for Capital Complex FC. We are over with 25 minutes of gameplay so far. None of the teams have opened up their scoreboard yet. I think we have an injury. A player from SIANG Warrior number 10, Kamin Jamo, is down on the ground. The physio is having a look. Not entirely sure if there was a collision of any sort between the players. Didn't quite catch that in the camera shot. The players get a bit of a welcome break there due to that. Referee Kayang nudging the physio along. Be a substitution for Capital Complex. Damli.
Substitution for Capital Complex FC. Player number 10, Damli Bomnio, replaced by player number 9, Vivek Gurung.
Being substituted.
And it's Vivek Gurung, the man of the match of the previous match for Capital Complex, who is back on the pitch, replacing Damli Bomnio. Well, an early substitute for Capital Complex. Damli Bomnio didn't really get enough game time in this match, and he makes way for Vivek Gurung. Well, Vivek Gurung was phenomenal for Capital Complex in their previous game against Monual FC, and he will definitely be a threat in this match against SIANG Warriors as well.
Gurung along with another Gurung, Daniel Gurung. Vivek and Daniel orchestrated one of the best goals that we have seen in the competition in their previous encounter against Monual FC, where Capital Complex prevailed by a final score of 4-2. Exciting players, both of them. And looks like it's a free kick for SIANG Warriors. The Capital Complex FC players not too happy with that call, but a free kick it is.
It's Meban on the ball for SIANG Warriors. Jagomloi setting up his wall. Meban takes the shot but hits the wall there. Nonetheless, the ball is still with SIANG Warriors, but give away the ball cheaply there. Jenko Gadi with the throw.
Quick throw in there. Another player goes down for Capital Complex FC.
Well, there was high boots from Karum Thayer, the centre back for SIANG Warriors. And the referee was there.
Having a word there with Sarbo. Sarbo, having already taken a yellow card, does not want to engage too much with the referee, I'm sure.
Akash Kino goes long. Keeper is out of his line but couldn't clear it convincingly. This time cleared away. Akash Kino gets the ball back. Akash Kino is a ball playing centre back. Has the ability to play those long balls down the flanks for his forwards to run into from the centre back position. And now, meanwhile, that's a great ball by Tautapu. It's Oleg Tang with the chance there. Takes a shot. And it found Vivek Gurung on the left side. And Vivek Gurung, easy for him to find the back of the net.
And with that, Capital Complex has opened up their scoreboard. That's 1-0.
Goal for
Capital Complex in the lead.
by player number 9.
Although the players
Vivek
from
Guru.
SIANG Warriors raised their hands up there, calling for an offside call. And well, difficult for us to really say anything, but that seemed like a fairly legitimate protest, but nonetheless, referee allows it. And with that, Capital Complex FC goes up with 1 goal against SIANG's 0. 30 minutes of gameplay so far.
Well, on the other side of the pitch, it's Meiban now for SIANG Warriors. Neymar Pajing up against Sarbo. Lost possession there. Cleared away by Teji Tatra. Now SIANG Warriors on the attack. Dinjal with the ball inside. Neymar there couldn't control it. And the ball is back with Capital Complex. Well, it's Vivek Gurung who has found the back of net again for Capital Complex.
Vivek Gurung is definitely one of the more, for lack of a better word, the more cunning strikers that we have seen. In a good sense, of course, I mean that he's always there to take that opportunity, never misses really. Even with some contentious attempts like perhaps the last one. He sees the ball, he goes for it and converts it most of the times. It's the striker mentality. Wanting the ball, wanting to score every time. That's exactly how you want your main striker to perform in high-stake games like the one we're seeing today. The SIANG Warriors now on the attack. Caught the defense of Capital Complex almost napping there, but they managed to get control somehow.
And now this is Tautapu. This time cleared away. Out for a Capital throw-in. Jenko Gadi plays it back to captain Tatra. Tatra goes inside the penalty area. But this is offside here. Free kick for SIANG Warriors. Well, this is the goal there. Momik Ado with the cutback inside. And Olik Tang went for the first time shot. And Vivek Gurung was there at the right pace at the right time to slot it past the keeper. Well, Vivek Gurung got 1 goal and 1 assist to his name in the previous game. And in this match, he has already got 1 goal to his name already. And now, meanwhile, here's another chance for Capital Complex FC. That was really clumsy by Julison there. And this time, it's Olik Tang who has increased the lead for Capital Complex. It's Capital Complex 2, SIANG Warriors 0.
It's absolutely no excuse there whatsoever. Sloppy bit of work by SIANG Warriors all around. The goalkeeper should have done so much better to clear that, really. And then again, lost possession by the defender and just easily placed. There was not much power there because the striker knew he didn't have to really strike it, and Olik Tang just placed it nicely, and SIANG Warriors now down by 2 goals.
Well, perhaps one of the easiest goals for Olik Tang there. Well, Lentem Panyang gave away the ball very cheaply there. Olik Tang saw the opportunity, and meanwhile it's Momikado again from the right flank, puts a ball inside, but a bit too high for Vivek Gurung to get the connection there.
That could have just easily have been the 3rd goal for Capital Complex if Vivek would have managed to get a connection there with the header, but 2-0 it is after 35 minutes of gameplay. Capital Complex definitely in a comfortable lead. And another 10 minutes or so of normal gameplay left in the first half.
Well, Momik Ado wins a free kick for Capital Complex in this occasion. Well, he has been on fire in the last couple of minutes in this match so far. Initially provided that cross inside for the first goal, and then won a free kick on this occasion for Capital Complex.
Gurung placed the ball there. We'll have to wait and see which player from the Capital Complex team takes that free kick. All kinds of pressure building on SIANG Warriors, and they seem to be buckling under that pressure, as we saw from the last goal, really. Very poor communication between the defense.
This is Jenko Gadi with a curling ball inside. A good ball inside. Now this is Vivek Gurung again with the brace. Wonderful curling ball inside towards the second post by Jenko Gadi. And Vivek Gurung there makes no mistake. Slots it past Julison and makes it Capital Complex 3 and SIANG Warriors 0.
Flurry of goals in the last few minutes. This being the 3rd one for Capital Complex. Nicely chipped in, well controlled and taken from the left foot with extremely good angle by Vivek Gurung. As I was saying, he is definitely on point as a striker, has the instincts very sharp when it comes to scoring goals, and that's 2 goals already, and he's not even been on the pitch for very long, having been substituted only perhaps 10 or 15 minutes ago. Good performance. Capital Complex firmly in the lead, 3-0 so far, and still building on with more attacks from the right. SIANG Warriors in all kinds of trouble at this point in the game. Let's see if they can bounce back and perhaps reduce the margin of the goals with which they are trailing.
Well, you have to give credit to Jenko Gadi on that occasion, the left back for Capital Complex, with a pinpoint cross for Vivek Gurung.
Olik Tang with the free kick for Capital Complex this time. Headed in, and it's another goal! Excellent timing there, precision struck precisely by Rahul Singhfo, and this is becoming a little slightly embarrassing for SIANG Warriors. 4 goals
by player number
to
11,
none.
Rahul Noju
Capital
Singpo.
Complex FC firmly in the lead. Beautifully taken corner kick, beautifully headed right to the corner post. Keeper didn't have a chance whatsoever there.
Well, Rahul Singfo was completely unmarked on that occasion. The defenders of SIANG Warriors were caught napping. Could have done better there in marking Rahul Singfo. Completely unmarked. The ball came straight into his head.
Sloppy bit of passing there between the SIANG Warriors. Lob it back in. Retain possession, somehow trying to make something happen. Cleared away by the captain there. At 40 minutes of gameplay, the goal difference seems insurmountable at this point, really. But then again, we're just in the first half of the game. The second half is yet to come, and with the game of football, you never really know, really.
So this is Neymar passing, but Teji Tatra deals with the danger. Cleared away. The ball back with SIANG Warriors. Length and panjang. This is Karun Thayer. Finds his teammate on the right flank. Mevan going for the ball up against Akaskino. Mevan still has the ball, cutting inside. Finds Gini Tayang.
Good work there by Capital Complex. They did not give any room for the SIANG Warriors to make something of that attack. Ball goes out for a throw-in nonetheless. Denzel takes the throw-in. Passes on to Geni. Ball now with Capital Complex.
And this is Olik Tang on the break. Passes it to Momikado. Momikado cutting inside. Leaves it for Olik Tang. Now it's Olik Tang against Justibor.
All given away to SIANG Warriors there. Low ball in, but safely intercepted by the captain from Capital Complex, Tatra. Passes along to Kino, back to the goalkeeper. In the 42nd minute of gameplay so far, an extremely decisive lead of 4-0. Capital Complex firmly in the driving seat.
Now here's Capital Complex again with the attack. Momik Ado goes with a shot from a long range, but this time couldn't find the target there.
Well struck nonetheless. The aim was a little off, but did have the power and the precision, I suppose, in some ways. Jostling for that ball there. Goes out for a throw-in. Last touch was by a player from Capital Complex with the throw-in for SIANG Warriors, taken by Justibor. Justibor again with the ball, loses possession. Sarbo again trying to make something happen from the midfield. Passes it along. Back with the captain Tatra. Nudges it ahead from the right flank. The Tapu. Sarbo again back to Tapu.
A teasing ball inside again by Tau Tapu. There was a good bit of 1-2 between Tapu and Sarbo. Tapu with a curling ball inside on that occasion. However, no blue shirts in the penalty area to control that ball. Nonetheless, the ball is back with Capital Complex. Well, Capital Complex has really been on the driver's seat in this half so far.
Have been absolutely dominant in the last 20 minutes or so. Again, another attack going from the right flank with Tapu in charge, but cleared by the SIANG Warriors defense.
Well, Tau Tapu from the right back position has been on point with all his crosses. Tautapu has played for Sudeva Football Club in Delhi and last played for Papumpare in the Taratang Championship.
Excellent bit of trivia there from my colleague.
Okay.
Getting to learn so much as I work with him. It's been an absolute learning experience for me as well.
Well, it has been a learning experience for me as well, Sanju.
You're just being polite. Nonetheless, cleared by the goalkeeper from Capital Complex. Capital Complex in charge at the moment. They can really dictate the pace of the game as they wish. But instead of playing defensively, they're again all out on attack, trying to make something happen.
This is Rahul Singfu down the left flank, puts in a ball inside. Momikado gets the ball, lobs it inside. This time Rahul Singfu couldn't get the connection right. Well, Rahul Singfu is down on the floor and the referee has asked for the physio to come in.
Didn't quite see what happened there. Singfo is holding on to his 2 minutes, sorry.
There will be minimum 2 minutes
of
of
added on
time.
time. Not much stoppage in this game so far. And that's the collision we saw. Not really sure what exactly happened. That collision didn't look too bad nonetheless. Game is resumed. 2 minutes of added on time. Capital Complex 4, SIANG Warriors 0.
The throw in for Capital Complex. Tautapu takes it. But Denjal, apologies, Justibor doing his defensive duties there. Now Momikado up against a sea of maroon jerseys. Not quite sure if that was a pass or an attempt. Gave away ball cheaply. The ball is back with Capital Complex now.
Nashden, good run there, but not enough to get to the ball in time. Goes out for a goal kick. The coach for SIANG Warriors, I'm sure, will have a lot to say and discuss in the break time. Just a few seconds away, perhaps.
Well, SIANG Warriors have to come in with a completely different and a more efficient strategy in the second half if they want to get something out of this match. But meanwhile, the referee Sangam Kang has thrown the half-time whistle. Well, a dominated performance by Capital Complex in this match so far. SIANG Warriors have really been
on the back foot.
On the back foot and finding it difficult to deal with the attacks from Capital Complex.
The game took a few minutes to open up, really, until the 20-25 minute mark. It's rather slow. This is the statistics for the game so far. The possession has mostly been retained by Capital Complex. As you can see, 7 shots against SIANG's 5 by Capital Complex. Shots on target by Capital Complex with 3, as opposed to 0 by SIANG Warriors. 3 corner kicks for Capital Complex, 1 for SIANG. 1 offside by Capital Complex, none by SIANG. 5 fouls committed so far by Capital Complex, 2 by SIANG. 1 card, 1 yellow card, which we saw earlier. You've seen that Capital Complex is really leading even in the statistics division. Of course, as far as the goal margin is concerned, very comfortable, dominant lead of 4-0. Capital Complex just needs to do more of the same, while SIANG really needs to rethink their strategy if they want to get back in the game in the second half. We'll come back to you right after the break. Please stay with us. We're coming to you live from the Golden Jubilee Outdoor Stadium in UPR. This is the Indrajit Namcham Arunachal League 2025-26.
We stay united, let us not be divided. From the land of the rising sun is the love we just can't hide it. Show us all your courage, make the crowd go wild, get excited. One moment, one league, one voice and one dream.
रिप्ले आ रहा है लेकिन
Bring it up for you and me. होने से आए देखेंगे सारे बनेंगे सितारे सभी. All out, put on your jersey, put on the flame. Bring all your friends, get ready for the game. चलो मेरे साथ में, flags अपने हाथ में. Stadium पे आके करो fill stains. Players करे entry तो हल्ला मचाओ. खिलाड़ी करे गोल तो फिर हल्ला मचाओ. धूप हो या बारिश, दिन हो या रात, लेकिन stadium पे crowd करे शोर क्योंकि सीने में जोश है. Oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh. हर कोने से आए खिलाड़ी हमारे देखेंगे सारे बनेंगे सितारे सभी. This is Arunachal League. This is Arunachal League. This is Arunachal League. बचपन में खेलते थे नंगे पाँव, अभी पहन के बूट्स करे स्ट्राइक ये ग्राउंड पे. कीचड़ में गिरते थे ठंडे गांव में, रिप्रेजेंट करे रीजन को अब ये प्राउड से. हर मैच एक जंग मैदान में, दुनिया को करना जो दंग हैरान है. पब्लिक हमारे जो संग है तुम्हारे, आगे बढ़ो अपना सीना ताने. सुबह सिर्फ की स्पिरिट इग्नाइट करे सोल, कामेंग दी बांग जैसे पास करे बॉल. लोहित दी रात जैसे स्ट्राइक करे गोल, तभी सियांग नदी के जैसे क्राउड करे शोर. We stay united, let us not be divided. From the land of the rising sun is the love we just can't hide it. Show us all your courage, make the crowd go wild, get excited. One moment, one league, one voice and one dream. This is Arunachal, bring it up for you and me. हर कोने से आए खिलाड़ी हमारे, देखेंगे सारे बनेंगे सितारे सभी. All out, put on your jersey, put on the flame, bring all your friends, get ready for the game. चलो मेरे साथ में, flex अपने हाथ में, stadium पे आके करो fill stains. Players करे entry तो हल्ला मचाओ, खिलाड़ी करे गोल तो फिर हल्ला मचाओ. धूप हो या बारिश, दिन हो या रात, लेकिन stadium पे crowd करे शोर क्योंकि सीने में जोश है. Oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, ah. 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 This is Arunachal League, bring it up for you and me. हर कोने से आए खिलाड़ी हमारे, देखेंगे सारे बनेंगे सितारे सभी. This is Arunachal League. This is Arunachal League. This is Arunachal League. बचपन में खेलते थे नंगे पाँव, अभी पहन के बूट्स करे स्ट्राइक ये ग्राउंड पे. कीचड़ में गिरते थे ठंडे गांव में, रिप्रेजेंट करे रीजन को अब ये प्राउड से. हर मैच एक जंग मैदान में, दुनिया को करना जो दंग हैरान है. पब्लिक हमारे जो संग है तुम्हारे, आगे बढ़ो अपना सीना ताने. सुबह सिर की स्पिरिट इग्नाइट करे सोल, कामेंग दी बांग जैसे पास करे बॉल, लोहित दी रात जैसे स्ट्राइक करे गोल, तभी सियांग नदी के जैसे क्राउड करे शोर. We stay united, let us not be divided. From the land of the rising sun is the love, we just can't hide it. Show us all your courage, make the crowd go wild, get excited. One moment, one league, one voice and one dream. One
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Indrajit Namchum Arunachal League 2025-26. We are now underway for the second half of the encounter between SIANG Warriors FC against Capital Complex FC. It's been a completely dominant performance by Capital Complex FC so far. They are leading by a huge margin of 4-0. SIANG FC would of course like to change that, turn it around if they can. And I'm sure they've had some amount of discussion amongst themselves and with the coach during the break time. And just having some discussion there. The match official is having a discussion there with the team official. The ball is in the center of the pitch, getting ready to go underway with the second half of the match between SIANG Warriors FC against Capital Complex FC.
Well, a couple of changes for SIANG Warriors going into the second half. We have Anurag Diali, Suraj Gurung and Kankinam Tari coming in for SIANG Warriors. And Pamindo Jamo as well. So 4 changes out of the 5 allowed for SIANG Warriors at the halftime. Well, it is going to be an uphill task for SIANG Warriors to close the deficit of 4-0. Well, it's Kamin Jamo, Justibor Malong, Denzel Kharsandi and Geni Tayang who are making way for the new players. And with that, we are underway for the second half
Substitution for
of this
SIANG
clash
Warrior
between
FC.
SIANG Warriors
Player number 70,
and Capital Complex. And
Denjit
it's SIANG Warriors
replaced by
who
player number
have
5,
started the
Suraj
proceedings in the
Guru,
second half.
and player number 12, Justibor Malong,
SIANG
replaced
Warriors
by
would
player number
really like to
44,
press hard and
Anurag
make something
Diali,
happen. They are
and player
right
number
now trailing by
19,
4 goals.
Geni Tayang, replaced by player
That's
number 3,
Hanotari with a teasing ball
Kankinam
inside.
Tari. And player
It was
number
Neymar
10,
Pajing
Kamin Jamo,
who went for
replaced
the
by
header,
player number 16,
but
Pamindo Jamo.
Jagan Lloyd there to the rescue.
Well kept by the keeper from Capital Complex there. No trouble whatsoever. Capital Complex trying to build something there again. They're definitely not taking the lead easily. They're trying to capitalize and build some more on that.
A lovely bit of skill by Vivek Gurung on the left flank. He still has the ball. Vivek Gurung with all his trickery. Well, twisting and turning. Gets past 2 players. Puts a ball inside. Teasing ball again by Vivek Gurung. However, this time cleared away by the SIANG defense.
Vivek Gurung definitely one of the best players, or rather put in one of the best performances that we have seen in the tournament so far. Has already scored twice in this game and has scored in the previous game against Monul FC as well. He's very well in the contention for perhaps being the leading goal scorer in the competition at the moment. Sarbo passes that ball along to the right back to the captain Tatra. Passes to Kino. Kino passes back to Jenko. Gurung there slips up outside the pitch. Doesn't protest the challenge, however. SIANG Warriors protest. Hands went up. They thought that was a handball by one of the players from Capital Complex. Nonetheless, game goes on. Sarbo. So Momigado loses possession of the ball. Intercepted by Tatra. Lobbed again, trying to find Vivek Gurung, but really struck a little too well.
This is Pamindo Jamu, who has come in the position of right back for SIANG Warriors. It is going to be a hell of a task for him to match up against the pace of Vivek Gurung. He has to be on his toes at all times, because if you give even the slightest of chance to Vivek Gurung, he can punish you.
Absolutely. One of the better, more astute, opportunistic strikers that we have seen so far. And that's exactly how you want your main striker to be, opportunistic.
Here's Pamindo Jamu with a long throw in. Tried to find Miban, but cleared away by Akaskino. This is Anurag, the substitute for SIANG. And this time it's a capital complex throw. Janko Gadi takes it for Vivek. This is Takio Tadab. Hage Sarbo now. Plays it to Tautapu. Tautapu making us run down the right flank. Puts the ball inside. But this time couldn't find any of his teammates. And cleared away by Karung Tair. And now this is Anurag Diali.
SIANG Warriors definitely feeling the pressure, because even with the 4-0 lead, Capital Complex is just unrelenting in the second half, pressing on, pressing hard, trying to score as many goals as they can. And their attack has been on point. Good coordination among the strikers and the wingers. Tada passes the ball on to Sarbo.
This is Tautapu.
Back to Sarbo. Back to Tapu.
Tapu up against Neymar. Tapu cutting inside. Sarbo finds Takio Tadab and changes side to the left side for Akaskino. Akaskino for Janko Gadi. Takio Tadab with a chip inside, but good clearance there by Joseph.
That could have been dangerous. Well cleared in a fancy way with that bicycle kick. Ball back to Kino. It's back to Tadab. Tadab passes long to Sarbo. Sarbo chips it in. Doesn't find a fellow teammate. Topu. Bit of a harsh challenge there, but assistant referee says nothing there.
Well, both the fullbacks for SIANG Warriors, Denzel and Jasibor, has made their way to the dugout, and it's Suraj Gurung and Anurag Diali who have come in their place. So an attacking change by Alison Jacinto at the halftime. Let's see if Anurag and Suraj can produce that magic on the attacking front for SIANG Warriors.
Bit of shirt pulling there. Referee Kaing was right there to see that. Calls it. And that's another free kick for Capital Complex. This has the potential to become dangerous for SIANG Warriors.
Vivek Gurung Hage Sarbo and Oli Tang. The men in blue behind the ball for Capital Complex. And here's Julison setting up his wall. And it's a lovely 1-2 there. And this time it was Sarbo with the half volley attempt, but no direction in it.
Goes wide past the goal post there. Pressure nonetheless is still building up on SIANG Warriors after 53 minutes of normal game time. Capital Complex has not made too many mistakes so far. Referee Kayan blows the whistle there. I think there was a bit of a shoving there. Perhaps a little too hard for his liking. Gives a free kick to SIANG Warriors.
Well, that free kick by Capital Complex was one of those routine free kicks that they must have trained in the training sessions. However, on this occasion, couldn't really execute it properly. Here's Hage Sarbo with a lovely diagonal ball. But Pamindo Jamo is there to clear away the danger. Out for a capital throw. Janku Gadi takes it, plays it back to his centre back Akaskino, all the way back to Jagom Loi.
The last free kick by Capital Complex, as my colleague mentioned, probably had one too many equations there with the passing and the fake attempt at the first shot. Again, good build up there. Ball lobbed into the center from the right wing by Capital Complex. Doesn't quite find the intended target. SIANG Warriors doing hard work there, trying to get the ball cleared.
Anurag combining with Neymar.
"55 minutes of gameplay over. The scoreline remains the same as it was in the first half. Capital Complex still leading by 4-0. 3 against 1. Rather rough challenge there. Referee Kayan has no doubt in his mind. Blows the whistle for a free kick for Capital Complex.
And this time again, from a promising position, Capital Complex. Well, in the second half as well, it has been Capital Complex who have been more dominant. And this time, it's Vivek Gurung. It seems like he will go directly for the goal this time. Has already scored 2 goals, in fact, and he goes for the shot directly at goal. But Jolison is there to collect the ball. Nonetheless, a good attempt there by Vivek Gurung.
Nothing wrong with that shot whatsoever. It was on target as intended, but the goalkeeper from SIANG Warriors was up to the task. Didn't have much trouble there.
This is the free kick.
Well struck, well positioned.
Towards the left top corner.
Just didn't have enough curve there to pose any challenge to the goalkeeper from SIANG Warriors. Julison takes it, makes it look easy. Capital Complex still leading by 4-0.
Where Vivek Gurung already has scored a brace in this match. Let's see if he can get the first hat-trick of the Indrajit Namchal Arunachal League 2025. Now this is SIANG Warriors on the break.
by SIANG Warriors. That's Arunachal who takes that. Lobs it in.
This is Pamindo Jamo. Puts the ball inside. Meban was there. Good ball back with Capital Complex. Well, we haven't really seen the creativity from the attacking front of SIANG Warriors. They've not really been able to break through the defense of Capital Complex, led by the captain Teji Tatra and Akash Kino. The defense has been solid for Capital Complex.
SIANG just unable to find that magic touch, really. Just not able to attack with a fury that they would probably like. Capital Complex has done much better in that regard.
This is Akash Kino making a run. Pass to Jenko Gadi. Oh, this is Olik Taeng now.
Sarbo just figuring out who to pass it back to. Good run there by the left back. Midfielder rather, Jenko Gadi. Still manages to possess the ball. Passes it across. Sarbo takes a crack at it. Good bit of play there. Well defended by the defender from SIANG, but the assistant referee's flag goes up.
Well, once again, a lovely attacking move there by Capital Complex. Jenko Gadi with a good run down the left flank from his left back position.
There's a good bit of cohesion and teamwork when within the Capital Complex, because they seem to all just get there in the right time. And again, another build-up here. Rahul Singhfo with the ball now. Dispossessed. SIANG Warriors. Guru goes down. Referee reaches for the yellow card for Anurag. SIANG Warriors. And that also means that will be a free kick for Capital Complex. Again, fairly close to where they took their last free kick from. That's the attempt by Sarbo, and then attempted by Jenko Gadi also. It was well defended by the defender from SIANG Warriors. A couple of substitutions there.
Substitution for Capital Complex.
Well, we have goal scorers for Capital Complex in the previous match. Daniel Gurung and Dorji Sewang have come in.
Daniel Gurung was a last-minute substitute in the previous game as well, and he was very instrumental. He scored a goal by himself, and that free kick struck with a lot of power, but the elevation was just way too much. The Gurung duo, very dangerous as we saw in the last game.
And now they're back on the pitch for Capital Complex. Let's see if the magic of Gurung brothers works again in this match.
Absolutely. We have 3 Gurungs in all on the pitch right now. One in SIANG Warrior, of course. Ball goes out. SIANG really trying to look for that opening, making something happen, because they know this. They're trailing by a huge margin, 4-0. After 61 minutes, 62 minutes of gameplay, this is a bit of a tough task there, really. Kept the ball in, or tried to keep it in play. Fikayan, very strict, very on point. Absolutely tolerance, no nonsense in any of the matches he's officiating.
Tao Tapu keeps the ball in play there. Did a good job controlling that ball.
Ball back with the captain, Tatra.
Tatra finds Tao Tapu on the right flank.
It's a good bit of support there. That's good ball in by Daniel Gurung. Tries to find Vivek, and Vivek does have the ball in possession. He puts it in! And that's the 5th goal for Capital Complex. 5-0. This is turning out to be a bit of a thrashing, Ali.
Well, absolutely embarrassing for SIANG Warriors. A lovely
Goal
ball
for Capital
from
Complex
the
by
right
player
flank
number
from
9,
the
Vivek
substitute,
Gurung.
Dorji Sewang. As you can see on the screen, it was Dorji Sewang with a teasing ball inside towards the second post. Vivek Gurung controls it and then puts a curling ball towards the second post. And with that, we have the first hat-trick of this match and of the Indrajit Namchon Arunachal League 2025. And it's the man of the hour, Vivek Gurung.
That's definitely one of the key points, key moments in the competition so far. The first hat-trick of Indrajit Namchon Arunachal League 2025. And that's coming from the man, the dangerous man who has been performing to his optimal level, Vivek Gurung. 3 goals in the game so far, and Capital Complex leading by a decisive and what would seem now almost insurmountable lead of 5 goals to 0. That's Gurung celebrating, happy chappy with his performance, of course.
But what a performance. Absolutely phenomenal down the left flank for Capital Complex. Now it's Meban for SIANG Warriors, trying to make something happen up against Akaskino. Puts the ball inside. SIANG still with the ball. SIANG has the ball. Goes for the shot. But this time, Capital Complex gets the ball back. And now it's Vivek Gurung, the hat-trick hero. Again, on the break, finds Rahul Singfo on the left flank. Rahul tried to get past the players there, but good sliding tackle there by Pamindo Jamo.
Ball goes out for a corner kick for Capital Complex. They have been relentless in their pursuit for that goals, or extra goals, as many as they can, really. One would have expected SIANG to match the same level of energy in their attacks, but unfortunately their attempts have been fizzling out. The little man, the man of the hour, Vivek Gurung, again in the thick of the action. 3 goals and he's hungry for more.
Absolutely cracker of a performance in the last match. And in this match as well, he already has scored a hat-trick to his name, the first of this league. Meanwhile, a good cross in from the left flank by Jenko Gadi. This time Tao Tapu goes for the shot, but misses the target. Got deflected, I suppose, and it's out for a Capital Complex throw corner again.
SIANG Warriors coaches and the teams from the sidelines must be extremely worried. Just wondering if there's anything that they can do at this point to really draw level or even come out on top. Seems a little unlikely. Nonetheless, you never know with football. We are into the 67th minute of the game, and Capital Complex FC with a decisive lead of 5 goals to 0. 3 goals by Vivek Gurung, the first hat-trick of the competition in Indrajit Namchon Arunachal League so far. One goal by Rahul Singfo and 1 by Olik Thang.
Well, it has been going downhill for SIANG Warriors so far in this match.
I think one of the factors that plays into this, the result that we're seeing right now, is because Capital Complex's team formation, the composition, has not changed too much. It's again a good attempt there. As always, Vivek Gurung on the lookout there. Very cheeky, opportunistic striker. Wants the ball every time. As I was saying, Capital Complex, because the team's composition has more or less been the same before coming into this particular league. They do seem to have a better cohesion, understanding amongst themselves. And we can see the results are there for everyone to see.
Absolutely. Capital Complex is one of the most set teams in the league as far as the cohesion between the players is concerned. Now, this is more or less the same team that won the Tadartang Championship earlier this year in the month of March. So they are definitely, with the way they have been performing in this match and the previous match, they are definitely one of the title contenders for the Indrajit Namche Arunachal League.
Their performance has been absolutely dominant so far, having defeated Monyul FC by 4-2. They are now kind of thrashing SIANG Warriors 5-0 with 70 minutes of gameplay so far. Sarbo nudges it along. Tapu back to Sarbo. Sarbo sends it back to Tadap. Puts the ball in.
This is Hanotari down the left flank, down the right flank rather, for SIANG Warriors, but gave the ball away there. Jagum Loing taking his time to collect the ball, and this is that goal from Vivek Gurung. And this is the last goal, the third goal of Vivek Gurung, and with that he completed his hat-trick.
If you see on the replay, not only did Vivek Gurung struck it very well, his teammate also ducked out of the way very instinctively. He could sense that ball was going to the back of the net and avoided any last touches, lest it be called offside. Good bit of team play there. That's what happens when teams play with each other for a longer period. A lot of these teams have been formed fairly recently in this particular league. We're having some substitutions there for Capital Complex FC. Neymar Pajing is... Sorry, apologies there. I think number 9.
Substitution for
We have
Capital Complex FC.
Toku
Player
Panu
number 5,
and
Hage
Toitalo,
Sarbo, replaced by player
who are
number
coming
8,
in for Capital
Toitalo.
Complex
And
FC.
player number 9, Vivek Guru, replaced by player number 8, Toku Panu.
And another change for SIANG Warriors, and this is their final change of the match,
Substitution for SIANG Warriors FC.
and it's
Player number 7,
Roshan
Hanu
Pate.
Tari, replaced by
Ronash
player number
Pate
4, Ronash Pai.
was coming in for SIANG Warriors. Meanwhile, here's a free kick for Capital Complex. Daniel Gurung and Jenko Gadi.
The hat-trick scorer Vivek Gurung is out.
This is Daniel Gurung with the direct shot at goal. The keeper couldn't collect it there. And this time it was Takio Tada with the attempt there, but goes out of target. Julison takes it short.
Vivek Gurung and Hage Sarbo have been substituted, having done their fair share of duties for Capital Complex so far. It's good strategy on the part of Capital Complex to rest your key players as much as possible.
Well, both the players have done their job well in this match and making way for two young players, Toku Panung and Toitalo. The Toku Panung is another really exciting midfielder. He got the best player award in the Tadartang Championship earlier this year.
Encyclopedia of Arunachal football, my co-commentator Nani Hali there. And it's always a good strategy to have these new and upcoming players get their rhythm when you have a decisive lead as Capital Complex has right now. The more they play, the more comfortable they will be in the days to come when they will have to perform to the best of their abilities. So good strategy there by Capital Complex. They know they have a big lead of 5-0.
Meanwhile, here, it was a good opportunity there for SIANG Warriors. A cross from the left flank towards the second post, but the striker couldn't really get the connection there. And you know, the best thing about Capital Complex is the fact that most of the players, almost all the teams, is from Arunachal Pradesh only, all the players. And it's the local lads, the local boys from Arunachal Pradesh who are making it very difficult for all the other clubs.
Local boys shining bright. Capital Complex FC. Bear in mind, even Vivek Gurum was born and brought up in Arunachal. As authentic as Arunachali as he can be, and he's been doing his duties diligently for the Capital Complex Football Club. Key striker, 3 goals so far, 4 altogether in the competition, if I'm not mistaken. Leading the charge with the highest goal scorer in the competition at the moment.
There was Ronash, the substitute for SIANG Warriors, with that attempt, but way off target, and Jagamloi takes the goal kick. Finds Tautapu there, but Tautapu couldn't control it on that occasion. It's out for a SIANG throw. Neymar Pajing cutting inside, plays a ball for a striker to run into, but the ball didn't get to the intended target. It's back with Capital Complex. Now here's Toku Punung. Jenko Gadi gets past Pamindo. Jenko Gadi making a run down the left flank. Still Jenko Gadi gets the ball. Try to put a ball inside, but good block there by Lentham Panyang.
Goes out for a corner kick. Always dangerous. Capital Complex having scored 5 goals altogether so far. They're still hungry for more.
Well, both the fullbacks for Capital Complex, Jenko Gadi and Tautapu, have been really lethal on the attacking front, putting in all those crosses. Now here's Takupunung with the ball inside towards the second post, but cleared away by the defense.
Ball back with the captain Tatra there. Passes along to the right flank.
Good bit of 1-2 there between the players. Puts the ball inside. Sloppy clearance there. This time clear away. But Capital gets the ball back. Taku Punung, the midfield in charge now for Capital Complex. And back to Jenko Gadi. Well, Jenko Gadi has come through the ranks of the Rajasthan United FC Academy in Rajasthan, and has also played in the Bengaluru Football League for Rebels FC.
Kino went down, but good bit of sportsmanship there between both the players. No ill intentions there. Nonetheless, the referee is called for a free kick. Quickly taken there by Kino. To the goalkeeper, and now back with Jenko Gadi.
Jenko Gadi. Tada. Talo there dispossesses the ball. Now Meban for SIANG Warriors. For Anurag down the right flank. Anurag gets the ball, puts a whipping ball inside. That was perhaps one of the best moves we have seen in this match from SIANG Warriors.
Excellent ball there by Anurag. Couldn't really ask for anything more than that. But ball is well defended and gone out for a corner kick. Taken quickly. Players down, referee blows the whistle. It's
Kankinam Tari, the substitute for SIANG, who is down on the floor. And here's the physio, Tom Sangdo, with SIANG Warriors. Kankinam Tari seems to be in pain.
almost 80 minutes of gameplay over.
Last 10 minutes of regular time remaining.
Capital Complex FC leading by 5-0. Comfortable lead. And if things don't change rapidly and dramatically, I think it's safe to say that Capital Complex will be going home today with another 3 points in the overall tally and lead the top of the table along with the previous match winner.
Well, with 3 points from this match, they will go to the top of the table with 6 points in total. Of course, won their first match against Monul FC.
And all these goals will matter at the end when the final tally is calculated. You very well could have teams tying. That's player from Capital Complex goes down right outside the D box of SIANG Warriors. Referee Kang just checking on him, just making sure if he's okay. Ask him to get up, and that's a yellow card.
Well, that's a yellow card for the substitute, Ronash Pait, for his challenge against Dorji Sewang on the right flank. Yes, Dorji Sewang making a good run there, but a foul, a challenge by Ronash.
Got a little lucky there. That could have just has been as easily inside the penalty box. That would have amounted to a penalty and possibly another goal for Capital Complex. Nonetheless, the fear, the danger still looms large over SIANG Warriors' side, and
it's Jenko Gadi who will take the free kick towards the middle, but cleared away by the defense. Now with SIANG Warriors on the break.
Given away possession to Capital Complex. Sloppy work there.
Joseph, and that's a lovely ball from Daniel Gurung. Dorji Sewang puts the ball inside. Capital still with the ball. Danger still looming large for SIANG. It's Tako Panung now looking for options, taking his time, finds Takyo Tadap. Now here's Tao Tapu for Rahul Singfo. Rahul Singfo puts a ball inside. And that was Dorji Sewang with the attempt. Well, Capital Complex has been on a beast mode this evening.
Good attempt there, but not nearly enough. And yes, as my colleague was saying, it's Capital Complex all the way at the moment, really. Even with the decisive lead of 5-0, they are still very hungry, raring to go, see if they can score more. Because as I was saying earlier, in the end, when all the points are tallied, if teams are tied with the same points, who scored more? These factors will come into play. And Capital Complex is doing absolutely the best thing they can for themselves, considering that possibility. 5 goals, good margin, very healthy margin. And they also beat Monil FC in their first match 4-2. So far, 9 goals scored by Capital Complex FC in the Indrajit Namchum Arunachal League 2025. 4 of them from their star striker, Vivek Gurung.
Well, already leading 5-0 in this match, but still hungry for more goals. Capital Complex. Let's see if they can get a couple more before the end of the 90 minutes. This is Daniel Gurung now with a lovely through ball for Doji Sevang to run into. Julison there to the rescue. Clear away, and the ball is there with SIANG, but lost possession cheaply. Well, Suraj Gurung is down there, but the referee says continue the play, and Capital Complex were back with the ball. Lofted ball inside. Finds Daniel Gurung. Daniel Gurung with the teasing low-driven ball across the face of the goal. It was Doji Sevang there who just missed it.
Just needed that final touch there by Sevang, and that could have been easily 6-0 for Capital Complex. Penetrating strike, of course, that was all initiated with that lovely ball. Started by the the right back there for Capital Complex. Daniel Gurung with a beautiful run, but that final touch, really, that's all that was missing. 85 minutes of gameplay and still with a decisive lead of 5-0. Capital Complex well in charge. That's the last attempt we saw. Perhaps a sliding tackle would have done the job there. Nonetheless, Capital Complex is playing extremely well as a team, performing with the fluidity that we haven't quite been able to see from the SIANG Warriors end. I think as the game progresses, I think we see the disparity between the teams when it comes to overall cohesion. Initially, we thought it's going to be a strong match. There's a free kick taken beautifully, well struck, and that's the first goal by SIANG Warriors. They finally draw blood at the 87th minute. Lovely kick curled inside to the right post.
And boy, oh boy, what a strike that was. Clinical finishing
Goal
there
for SIANG
by the
Warrior
substitute for SIANG
FC
Warriors,
by player number
Anurag
44,
Diali.
Anurag Diali.
Well, Jagom Loi on that occasion stretched out as much as possible. Got a touch to the ball, but it was not enough for the wonderful strike by Anurag Diali. Finds the top right corner, and it's SIANG Warriors with the first goal of this match. On the other side of the pitch, it's Daniel Gurung with a lovely ball again inside, but this time it's Doji Sevang again who couldn't get the connection right.
He struck it, but not as well as that's the last goal we saw from Anurag. Beautifully curved, clinical finish there. Absolutely no chance there for the goalkeeper from Capital Complex to do anything about that.
Perhaps that was one of the best goals in this league so far. Anurag Diali with a lovely left footer free kick goal for Siang Warriors.
Bend it like Anurag.
Absolutely bend it like Anurag. But however, Siang Warriors still are trailing by 4 goals. And it's Capital Complex who are launching attacks after attacks.
Capital Complex not getting complacent whatsoever. They're relentless in their pursuit, attacking non-stop. And we've had seen 2 very good attempts. Good ball put in, crossed by Daniel Gurung, but in both instances, the last touch was missing from Sewang.
Now here's Tako Panung with the corner kick towards the second post. Tadap gets the ball there. Tadap lays it off for the substitute. Now Daniel Gurung on the left flank. Gets past 2 players there with a wonderful dribble. Goes for the shot, but good defending there by the Siang Warriors defense. And it's out for Capital throw-in.
Defender did just well enough to stop that, otherwise that was struck very well, very hard by Daniel. Nonetheless, pressure still building up on Siang Warriors. Final touch there on that throw-in by Capital Complex. Ball goes out for a goal kick. 89 minutes of normal game time over. We will of course have a few added on minutes. Will that be enough for Siang to do anything though? That's the big question.
Well, at this point, with the way they've been playing, it seems next to impossible for Siang Warriors to get anything out of this match. Capital Complex, on the other hand, have been phenomenal in all the departments, creating those opportunities in the final third, and also rock solid at the defense, not allowing any of the attacks from Siang Warriors to break through. Well, that was a push from behind by Akash Kino.
Player from Siang Warriors down. Referee comes to check on him.
There will be minimum
In the
3 minutes of
meantime,
added time.
3 minutes of added on time has been declared. We're done with 90 minutes of gameplay so far, so another 3 minutes. And as much as Siang Warriors would like to, it's a little unlikely that a goal deficit of 4 goals can be overcome in 3 minutes. Throw in by Capital Complex.
Capital Complex is almost near the 3 points that they will get from this match. It's only a matter of few minutes now before they get those 3 points to their name and cement their place at the top of the league table with 6 points in total. And here's Capital Complex again looking for that opening. Dorji Sewang down the right flank, puts the ball inside, but the referee there blows the whistle. Sangam Khaeng. And this is
First goal that we saw from Vivek Gurung.
the second goal by Vivek Gurung. And with this goal, he completed his hat-trick. No chance whatsoever for Jolison there.
Precision display of football by Capital Complex so far. If they faltered a bit initially, they have pulled up their game. Absolutely no fault in the display of football that they've shown us so far, and that is why they're leading by 5-1.
Jagom Lui with a weak clearance there. And with that, we have come to the end of this one-sided game between Siang Warriors FC and Capital Complex FC. It was Capital Complex FC
Ladies and gentlemen,
who
the
were
final
on a
score
beast
is
mode,
Siang Warrior
on a
FC
rampage mode
1,
since the very
Capital
first
Complex
minute.
FC 5.
And the man of the hour for Capital Complex, Vivek Gurung, with the first hat-trick of the league. Capital Complex FC will be going back with another 3 points in their bag, and with that now
The man of the match
they are in the top of
for
the
this
table
match
with 6
goes
points in
to
total. Will utter dominance
number
by Capital Complex from the
9,
very start
Vivek Guru
to the
from Capital
very end.
Complex
And on
FC.
the other hand, for Siang Warriors, it's the spear,
He
a lot
scored
of
the 3
things
goals,
to be
first
worked upon.
hat-trick of this league.
And I'm pretty sure the coach Allison will be looking
The
up
Indrajit
on those
Namchum
things.
That's the final
Arunachal
statistics
League,
for the match.
first hat-trick.
36% of the possession by Siang, 64 by Capital Complex, 11 shots by Siang, 16 by Capital Complex, 3 shots on target by Siang, 5 by Capital Complex, 3 corner kicks for Siang, 8 for Capital Complex, no offside from Siang, 2 by Capital Complex, 6 fouls by Siang, and quite a bit there, 13 by Capital Complex, 2 yellow cards for Siang, 1 for Capital Complex. And in spite of the statistics there, it is Capital Complex who have won decisively. Absolutely dominant performance there. Siang did manage to strike back with that lonely 1 goal by beautifully taken by
Ladies and
Anurag.
gentlemen,
Nonetheless, that was
that
simply
concludes
not
this
enough
match
at
today.
that
We
late
hope
hour.
you have enjoyed your evening.
And
The next
as
match to be
mentioned,
played here is
Siang now-
between
Capital
Kamin
Complex now
United
goes
FC and
to the
Namsa
top of the
United
table
FC.
with 6 points. And Siang Warriors will like to go back to their thinking board and see what they do to undo the damage from today. And big congratulations for Capital Complex. Ladies and gentlemen, please do stay tuned with us. We will come back to you again live shortly at 7 o'clock. The next match we have for you is between Coming United FC and Namsai FC. That will be relayed live on various online platforms. We will be coming to you live from the Golden Jubilee Outdoor Stadium in Upia. This is the Indrajit Namchum Arunachal League 2025-26. Stay tuned. We will be back. Thank you.